Has Iran uncovered a secret digital doorway into Israel, targeting the country's journalists rather than its military bases? With no missiles or drones involved, is Tehran now trying a quieter route into Israel through personal messages and hacked accounts? Does it begin with a simple message, before one click could hand attackers access to a journalist's most sensitive data? Is an exclusive too good to ignore now becoming Iran's bait, concealing a far more dangerous cyber trap? Are Israel's biggest political and security secrets at risk, as Shin and cyber officials sound a fresh alarm? Iran's suspected cyber operatives are now targeting Israeli journalists, according to Israeli security agencies' warning of a new phishing campaign. On August 16, Israel warned of renewed phishing attempts aimed at journalists and media professionals, using tailored messages to create trust before an attack. Shin and Israel's National Cyber Directorate linked the campaign to suspected Iranian intelligence operatives, though the agencies did not publicly identify every actor involved. The agencies said the operatives were seeking information about recent political and security developments, including sensitive reporting material and private professional communications. Contact often begins through WhatsApp or Telegram, where suspected operatives approach journalists directly through seemingly routine professional messages. Operatives may impersonate familiar people, including known journalists or professional contacts, to make their first message appear credible and harmless. Messages are tailored to a reporter's beat, using specific subjects and topics that make an interview request or source offer more convincing. Targets receive interview invitations or cooperation offers, designed to turn a seemingly valuable professional opportunity into a route for gaining digital access. Fake meeting links may request Google logins, directing a target to pages that imitate trusted services while quietly harvesting usernames and passwords. Malicious files can compromise mobile devices, potentially giving attackers access to accounts, messages, contacts, and data stored on the targeted phone. Attackers first try to establish credibility, using a gradual and personalized conversation before sending a malicious link, attachment, or login request. Haaretz reporters were also approached by foreign operatives offering video footage or information, using journalistic curiosity as an entry point for the suspected campaign. Some reporters were offered exclusive footage from the Persian Gulf and the Strait of Hormuz, a highly newsworthy subject designed to make the offer hard to ignore. The messages contained suspicious links disguised as Google Drive links, according to Haaretz, making the bait appear like a routine file-sharing request. The links actually redirected users to another site designed to steal credentials, potentially giving attackers access to Google accounts and sensitive communications. Attackers may seek journalists' confidential sources, exposing people who provide sensitive information and undermining the protection essential to investigative reporting. They may target private professional correspondence, giving operatives insight into editorial plans, contacts, meetings, and confidential discussions. Sensitive reporting materials may also be a target, including unpublished documents, notes, recordings, drafts, and files stored in cloud accounts. The campaign seeks political and security information, especially details connected to current events, decision-makers, and Israeli military or diplomatic developments. Access to compromised accounts can give attackers a wider foothold, allowing them to read messages, impersonate victims, or use trusted accounts to target others. Such intelligence can be useful for espionage, helping hostile services map relationships, identify vulnerable individuals, and collect information without direct physical access. Stolen material can also feed influence operations, allowing attackers to spread leaks, disinformation, or manipulated content through compromised accounts. Compromised accounts can create potential routes to recruit agents, as attackers identify people facing pressure, financial problems, or access to valuable information. The agencies warned that similar Iranian efforts also target people in other sectors, including public officials, security personnel, academics, and private citizens. The phishing trend has intensified since October 7, 2023, according to Haaretz, as Israel and Iran increasingly confront each other through cyber operations and proxies. Israel has also reported threatening packages and letters sent to media workers and researchers, widening concerns beyond digital intrusions and account theft. The warning comes amid reports of increased activity inside the Gaza Strip, adding to wider Israeli concerns about intelligence collection, coercion, and influence operations. Israeli troops stationed along the Gaza border are warning of fresh armed activity inside the Strip, raising new concerns about possible preparations for further attacks. The soldiers say they have observed gunmen operating in the area, while also reporting that explosives are being placed near the so-called Yellow Line, increasing fears of renewed violence. The Yellow Line divides areas of Gaza that are under Israeli control from those controlled by Hamas, making the reported activity particularly sensitive for troops stationed nearby. Some Israeli soldiers say the situation feels eerily similar to the period leading up to the October 7, 2023, Hamas-led attack, when warning signs were reportedly building before the assault began. Before the 2023 attack, Israeli surveillance troops had warned their superiors about Hamas training and preparations that appeared to be connected to a potential large-scale assault. Israeli surveillance soldiers had also reported suspicious Hamas movements and explosive-related activity, describing developments that they believed could indicate preparations for an imminent attack. According to a report by the Times of Israel, many of those warnings were not acted upon in time, raising questions about how seriously the intelligence was treated before the October 7 attack. Now, Israeli soldiers fear that their latest alerts about Hamas activity could once again be ignored, potentially allowing warning signs to go unaddressed until it is too late. One of Israel's surveillance soldiers said, and I quote, "I feel just like on October 6th. What's the difference? That we're identifying it on the Yellow Line and not on the border fence. That's the difference. We're really seeing that they know we won't fire on them. The Gazans aren't idiots. In the end, they're constantly testing us and seeing if we react or not. It's just like before October 7th. Feel a little unnecessary. If I know that, in any case, they won't do anything with my identification of terror activity, what's the point of my sitting 8 hours a day and monitoring the area super closely?" Unquote. One Israeli surveillance soldier said she feels helpless while watching what she describes as suspected terrorist activity taking place across the border, with concerns growing that the reported movements could pose a serious threat. Another soldier said the troops can feel unnecessary when the information they identify and report does not appear to result in immediate action, leaving them questioning whether their warnings are being taken seriously. The soldiers say Israeli combat troops are positioned only hundreds of meters away from suspected operatives, meaning any escalation or armed activity could potentially place frontline forces in immediate danger. One surveillance soldier warned that those combat troops could be exposed to serious risks if Israel fails to respond to the reported activity, particularly if the intelligence being gathered is not quickly translated into action. The report comes as US-backed efforts continue to push for Hamas to disarm in Gaza, adding another layer of tension to an already fragile security situation and raising questions about the prospects for lasting calm.
Upgrade your news experience with the all-new HT app. Download now.